Yes, dear students, just now we have completed the cerebral hemispheres. Look at the board. Each cerebral hemisphere divided into four lobes. Each cerebral hemisphere is divided into four lobes. These four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. Each cerebral hemisphere divided into four lobes. The four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. The four lobes are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Each cerebral hemisphere divided into four lobes. The four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. The four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. Each cerebral hemisphere divided into four lobes by fissures. By fissures. As I said, the four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. They are the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. These are the four lobes of the each cerebral hemisphere. So, each cerebral hemisphere, it may be right or left, divided into four lobes by fissures. So, these are called fissures. Clear? As I said, the four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. They are the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. Look at the board. The frontal lobe separated from the parietal lobe by central sulcus. By central sulcus, also called as fissure of Rolando. Also called as fissure of Rolando. Frontal lobe separated from the parietal lobe by central sulcus, also called as fissure of Rolando. Fissure of Rolando. Frontal lobe separated from the temporal lobe by lateral fissure. Bilateral fissure. Lateral fissure. Also called as fissure of Sylvian. Also called as fissure of Sylvian. Fissure of Sylvian. Then, parietal lobe separated from the occipital lobe by parieto-occipital fissure. By parieto-occipital fissure. By parieto-occipital fissure. Parieto-occipital fissure. By parieto-occipital fissure. Look at the board. So each cerebral hemisphere divided into four lobes. Divided into four lobes by fissures. The four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. Got it? The four lobes are the frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, and occipital lobe. Frontal lobe separated from the parietal lobe by central sulcus, also called as fissure of Rolando. Frontal lobe separated from the temporal lobe by lateral fissure, also called as fissure of Sylvian. Parietal lobe is separated from the occipital lobe by parieto-occipital fissure. So these are the four lobes. Dear students, you should remember. These lobes have the different areas. These lobes have a different areas. Like, look at the board. So these areas perform different functions in our body. So the areas present in different lobes of the cerebral hemisphere are there. One is the sensory area. It is always concerned with the sensory impulses. It is present in the parietal lobe. It is present in the parietal lobe. Parietal lobe. Then visual area, sensory area concerned with the sensory impulses, pain or touch, temperature, pressure, smell, hearing, etc. So this sensory area is present in the parietal lobe. Present in the parietal lobe. Visual area, it is present in the temporal lobe. It is present in the temporal lobe. And auditory area, It is present in the occipital lobe. It is present in the occipital lobe. Occipital lobe. Sensory area present in the parietal lobe. As I said, it is concerned with the sensory impulses, pain or touch, or temperature, pressure, smell, hearing, etc. Visual area concerned with the vision, present in the temporal lobe. Auditory area concerned with the sound impulses, present in the occipital lobe. And also motor area, associated area, associated area, motor area, associated area, olfactory area, olfactory area, and Broca's area. All these areas are present in the frontal lobe. All these areas present in the frontal lobe. So, okay, listen to me. Sensory area, parietal lobe. Visual area, temporal lobe. Auditory area, occipital lobe. Motor area concerned with the motor impulses. Associated area perform different functions. Olfactory area concerned with the smell. Broca's area concerned with the speech. Concerned with the speech. All these areas are present in frontal lobe. All these areas present in the frontal lobe. So these are the areas which are present in the cerebral cortex, are different lobes of the cerebrum. I think it is very clear for you. Okay, now let us come to the functions of the cerebrum. Let us come to the functions of cerebrum. Functions of cerebrum. Number one, it is a seat of intelligence, learning, language, imagination, willpower, reasoning, etc. It is a seat of intelligence, learning, language, imagination, willpower, reasoning, etc. Number two, it receives the sensory impulses. It receives the sensory impulses like pain, touch, temperature, pressure, smell, hearing, etc. from different parts of the body. It receives the sensory impulses from different parts of the body. Number three, it sends motor impulses to the different parts of the body and thus control voluntary activities. And thus control voluntary activities. Thus control voluntary activities. So these are the functions of the cerebrum. I'll repeat once again. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Largest part of the brain. As I said, it is divided into two cerebral hemispheres by medial longitudinal cerebral fissure. The bimedial longitudinal cerebral fissure. As I said, division is complete in front and also in the back. But in the center, both are attached with one another by thick band of metallated nerve fibers. Nerve fibers. E is called corpus callosum. E is called corpus callosum. Clear? Its outer layer is called cortex or gray matter. Gray matter containing neurons. Inner medulla white matter containing medullated nerve fibers. The ridges or convolutions of the gray matter are called gyri. Ridges or convolutions of the gray matter are called gyri. Separated by deep ridges are called sulci. Got it? What I'm telling you? Ridges or convolutions of the gray matter are called gyri. Separated by deep ridges are called sulci. I think you are getting it. Each cerebral hemisphere is divided into four lobes by fissures. The four lobes are named after the bones that cover them. They are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe, occipital lobe. Got it? What I am telling you? Frontal lobe separated from the parietal lobe by central census, also called as fissure of Rolando. Frontal lobe separated from the temporal lobe by lateral fissure, also called as fissure of Sylvian. Parietal lobe separated from the occipital lobe by parieto-occipital fissure. As I said, these lobes are the different areas, namely sensory area concerned with the sensory impulses, pain, touch, temperature, pressure, smell, hearing, etc. present in the parietal lobe. Visual area concerned with the visual reflexes, present in the temporal lobe. Auditory area, sound impulses, present in the occipital lobe. Motor area concerned with the motor impulses. Associated area performs both sensory as well as the motor functions. Olfactory area concerned with the smell. Broca's area concerned with the speech. All these four areas are present in the frontal lobe. Clear? Okay. Now let us come to the functions of cerebrum. Number one, seat of intelligence, learning, language, imagination, willpower, reasoning, etc. It receives the sensory impulses, pain, touch, temperature, pressure, smell, hearing from different parts of the body. It sends motor impulses to the different parts of the body and thus control voluntary activities. Clear? So with this, we have completed the first division of the forebrain. That is called cerebrum. Okay, now let us come to the olfactory lobes. These are the paired club-shaped structures. Look at the book. These are the paired club-shaped structures present on the ventral side of the cerebral hemispheres. These are the paired club-shaped structures present on the ventral side of the cerebral hemisphere. Here you can find one olfactory lobe. Here you can find the one olfactory lobe. So this is the ventral surface of the cerebral hemisphere that you should remember it. So these are the paired club-shaped structures present on the ventral side of the cerebral hemispheres. They are mainly concerned with the sense of the smell, not well developed in human beings, but they are well developed in dogs. That is why most of the CBI people are using dogs to find out the criminals. Only trained dogs, that you should keep in mind. These are olfactory lobes are the paired club-shaped structures present on the dorsal side of the ventral side of the cerebral hemispheres. Paired club-shaped structures present at the ventral side of the cerebral hemispheres. As I said, they are mainly concerned with the sense of the smell. Not well developed in human beings, but they are well developed in dogs. That is why most of the CBI people are using trained dogs to find out the criminals. Got it? What I mean? Because of highly well developed olfactory lobes. So this is the information about the olfactory lobes. So next we'll go for the diencephalon. Yes. Now let us come to the diencephalon. Diencephalon. This is the third division of the forebrain. First one is the cerebrum. Second one is the olfactory lobes. Then third one is the diencephalon. It is also called as the twin brain. Diencephalon, also called as the twin brain. It is a small rounded area. It is a small rounded area. Diencephalon is a small rounded area present above the midbrain and covered dorsally by cerebral hemispheres. So these are called cerebral hemispheres. Okay, the encephalon is a small rounded area present above the midbrain and covered dorsally by cerebral hemispheres. The roof of the diencephalon, this is the roof of the diencephalon, contains non-nervous area, is called anterior choroid plexus, is called anterior choroid plexus, containing blood vessels, anterior choroid plexus containing blood vessels, which secretes the cerebrospinal fluid. Got it? What I'm telling. So, diencephalon is a small rounded area present above the midbrain, covered dorsally by cerebral hemispheres. The roof of the diencephalon contains non-nervous area. Roof of the diencephalon. Dear students, you should remember. Though it is a part of the brain, no, doesn't contain neurons, but it contains only blood vessels. That is why I am using the term non-nervous area. Roof of the diencephalon contains non-nervous area is called anterior choroid plexus containing blood vessels. Look at the board. Behind the anterior choroid plexus, there is a small rounded structure. E is called small rounded structure. E is called pineal body. Which secretes melatonin hormone into the blood, which secretes melatonin hormone into the blood. The details of this we are going to discuss in chemical coordination and integration. Endocrine glands I am going to explain that. Got it? So just behind the anterior choroid plexus, there is a small rounded structure is called pineal body. Secretes melatonin hormone, not melanin. Melanin is different, melatonin is different. That you should keep in our mind. Secretes melatonin hormone into the blood. Clear? Then side walls of the diencephalon. So these are the side walls. Diencephalon contains two oval masses of gray matter called thalami. Two oval masses of gray matter called thalami. Thalamus is singular, thalami is the plural. Below thalamus, there is a hypothalamus. Below thalamus, there is a hypothalamus. It contains gray matter and forms floor of the diencephalon. It contains gray matter and forms the floor of the diencephalon. Clear? So all these structures are present on the dorsal side of the diencephalon. What I have written 4 parts now, all are present on the dorsal side of the diencephalon. Look at the board. On the ventral side of the diencephalon, there is a stalk-like structure. Is called infundibulum. There is a stalk-like structure is called infundibulum. There is a stalk-like structure is called infundibulum to which pituitary gland is attached. Pituitary gland is attached. Look at the board. In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of 2 optic nerves. In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of 2 optic nerves. Is called optic chiasma. It is meant for binocular vision. In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of 2 optic nerves called optic chiasma. As I said, it is meant for binocular vision. Dear students, ನೋಡಿ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕಯಾಸ್ಮ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಇನ್ನೂ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆರ್ಟಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಬೈನಾಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಬೈನಾಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಕಯಾಸ್ಮ. You remember this. As I said, it is meant for binocular vision. Clear? In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of 2 optic nerves called optic chiasma. It is meant for binocular vision. Look at the book. Behind the infundibulum, there are 2 small rounded bodies. Are called mammillary bodies. Also called as corpus albicans. Mammillary bodies also called as corpus albicans. They are mainly concerned with the sense of the smell. These mammillary bodies are concerned with the sense of the smell. So these are the structures present on the ventral side of the diencephalon. This and this one. These structures and this one present on the ventral side of the diencephalon. All these four present on the dorsal side of the diencephalon. Clear? Look at the board. I'll repeat once again. Diencephalon is also called as the twin brain. It is a small rounded area present above the midbrain, covered dorsally by cerebral hemispheres. Covered dorsally by cerebral hemispheres. The roof of the diencephalon contains non-nervous area. Is called anterior choroid plexus. Secretes cerebrospinal fluid. Immediately behind the plexus, there is a small rounded structure is called pineal body. Secretes melatonin hormone into the blood. The side walls of the diencephalon contains two oval masses of gray matter called thalami. Below thalamus there is a hypothalamus. It contains gray matter and forms the floor of the diencephalon. On the ventral side of the diencephalon there is a stalk-like structure is called infundibulum to which pituitary gland is attached. In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of two optic nerves called optic chiasma, meant for binocular vision. Meant for binocular vision. Behind the infundibulum, there are two small rounded structures are called mammillary bodies, also called as corpus albicans, concerned with the sense of the smell. Clear? Okay. Now let us come to the functions of the diencephalon. Functions of diencephalon. Let us come to the functions of diencephalon. Okay, look at the board. Number one. Anterior choroid plexus secretes cerebrospinal fluid. Anterior choroid plexus secretes cerebrospinal fluid. Number two. Thalamus. Thalamus acts as a relay center. Thalamus acts as a relay center. Acts as a relay center. It receives the impulses from different parts of the body. It receives the different impulses from the different parts of the body and sends them to respective areas in the cerebral cortex. Dear students, just now we have discussed different areas: sensory area, visual area, motor area, Broca's area, associated area, mixed area, olfactory area. All these are present in the cerebral cortex only. This thalamus receives impulses from different parts of the body and send them to respective areas in the cerebral cortex. Suppose if the sensory areas, sensory impulses are there, it sends to the sensory area. Motor impulses are there, motor area. Speech, Broca's area. Sound impulses, auditory area. So, okay, smell, olfactory area. Got it? What I'm telling you. So that is the function of the thalamus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಶ್ ತರ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಆಪರೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಲೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಡಿಶ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಡಿಶ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಥಲಾಮಸ್. ಅವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ದ ಡಿಶ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸಸ್. ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಂಪಲ್ಸಸ್. ಅವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮನೆ ಕೇಬಲ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಟಿವಿಸ್ಗೆ ಆ ಚಾನಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. Here the TVs at home is nothing but areas. TVs at home is nothing but areas. Got it? What I am telling you. That is why it acts as a relay center and sends impulses to the different areas in the cerebral cortex. ಆ ತರ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Got it? What I am telling you. So it acts as a relay center, receives the impulses from different parts of the body and sends them to respective areas in the cerebral cortex. As I said, suppose if sensory impulses are there, it sends to the sensory area. Motor impulses are there, sends to motor area. Smell impulses are there, olfactory area. Sound impulses are there, auditory area. Speech impulses are there, Broca's area. So that is the function of the thalamus. Next, hypothalamus. 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 Okay, hypothalamus. Dear students, you should remember. ನಮ್ಮ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಷ್ಟು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. It is commonly called as thermoregulator center because it maintains the body temperature. How now? Suppose if the temperature exceeds more than the optimum, that message goes to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus sends impulses to our sweat glands. The sweat glands become active and start to secrete the sweat. Evaporation of the sweat cools the skin and the temperature ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯಿತು. Suppose if the temperature is below optimum, that message also goes to the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus sends impulses to our muscles. These muscles undergo shivering, generates a lot of heat, rise the body temperature. Like that, hypothalamus regulates the body temperature. That is why it is commonly called as thermoregulatory center. It regulates the body temperature, blood pressure, heartbeat, sleep, sexuality, satisfaction, fear, thirst, hunger. It also regulates the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, water, nitrogen metabolism. In addition to these, it also secretes two hormones of neurohypophysis, nothing but posterior lobe of the pituitary gland. They are oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. So these are the hormones of neurohypophysis, nothing but posterior lobe of the pituitary gland. You know that posterior lobe of the pituitary gland doesn't secrete any hormone, but it stores two hormones secreted by hypothalamus. They are the oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. Oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. That is should keep in our mind. So these are the functions of the diencephalon. I'll repeat once again. Anterior choroid plexus secretes cerebrospinal fluid. Thalamus acts as a relay center, receives the impulses from different parts of the body and sends them to respective areas in the cerebral cortex. Hypothalamus thermoregulator center. As I said, it regulates the body temperature, blood pressure, heartbeat, sleep, sexuality, satisfaction, fear, thirst, hunger. Got it? What I'm telling you. In addition to this, it regulates carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, water, nitrogen metabolism. And it also secretes two hormones of posterior lobe of the pituitary gland, nothing but neurohypophysis, called oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, also called as vasopressin. Clear? Huh? So with this, we have completed the divisions of the four brain: cerebral, olfactory lobes, and diencephalon. Okay, next we'll go for the midbrain. Let us come to the midbrain. Let us come to the midbrain. As I said, it is also called as mesencephalon. It is also called as mesencephalon. Midbrain, also called as mesencephalon. As I said, it has two divisions. They are optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Okay, first we'll go for the optic lobes. Since the midbrain is always present between the forebrain and hindbrain, hence the name midbrain. Let us consider this is the forebrain, this is the hindbrain. Here you can find the midbrain. That is why it is called mesencephalon or midbrain. Okay, first let us see the optic lobes. These are the four small rounded elevations. These are the four small rounded elevations. So these are called optic lobes only. These are called optic lobes. These are the four small rounded elevations. These are the four small rounded elevations present on the dorsal side of the midbrain. Present on the dorsal side of the midbrain. These are the four small rounded elevations. These are the four small rounded elevations present on the dorsal side of the midbrain. Since these are the four small rounded elevations now, hence they are also called as corpora quadrigemina. Hence they are also called as corpora quadrigemina. Since they are the four small rounded elevations now, hence they are also called as corpora quadrigemina. Corpora quadrigemina. Look at the book. The upper two lobes are called superior colliculi. Upper two lobes are called superior colliculi, concerned with the visual reflexes. Concerned with the visual reflexes. And lower two lobes are called inferior colliculi. Lower two lobes are called inferior colliculi, concerned with the auditory reflexes. Concerned with the auditory reflexes. So the major functions of the midbrain is vision and hearing. Vision and hearing, that is should keep in our mind. I think you are getting it. So since this brain is present between the forebrain and hindbrain, hence the name midbrain or mesencephalon. It has two divisions: optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Optic lobes are the four small rounded elevations present on the dorsal side of the midbrain. Since these are the four small rounded elevations now, hence they are also called as corpora quadrigemina. The upper two lobes are called superior colliculi, concerned with visual reflexes. Lower two lobes are called inferior colliculi, concerned with auditory reflexes. So the main function of the midbrain is the vision and hearing. Clearer? So this is the optic lobes. Now look at the book. Let us come to the cerebral peduncles. Cerebral peduncles. These are the paired thick band of medullated nerve fibers, like this one. These are the paired thick band of medullated nerve fibers. So these are the cerebral peduncles. These are the cerebral peduncles. These are the paired thick band of medullated nerve fibers present on the ventral side of the midbrain. These are the paired longitudinal bands of nerve fibers present at the ventral side of the midbrain. They connect cerebrum to the cerebellum. Cerebral peduncles always connect cerebrum to the cerebellum. That is only the function of the cerebral peduncles. These are the cerebral peduncles are the paired longitudinal bands of medullated nerve fibers present on the ventral side of the midbrain. They connect cerebrum to the cerebellum. So that is the function of the cerebral peduncles. So these two are the divisions of the midbrain. I think it is very clear. Yes, look at the book. I'll repeat once again. Diencephalon. Also called as the twin brain. It is a small rounded area present above the midbrain, covered dorsally by two cerebral hemispheres. The roof of the diencephalon contains non-nervous area, anterior choroid plexus containing blood vessels, secretes CSF. Behind the plexus, there is a small rounded body, pineal body, secretes melatonin hormone into the blood. The side walls of the diencephalon contains two oval masses of gray matter, thalami. Below thalamus, there is the hypothalamus. It contains gray matter and forms the floor of the diencephalon. On the ventral side of the diencephalon, there is a stalk-like structure is called infundibulum, to which pituitary gland is attached. Infundibulum is a stalk of the pituitary gland. That also should keep in our mind. In front of the infundibulum, there is a cross of optic nerves called. There is a cross of two nerves called optic chiasma. As I said, it is meant for binocular vision. That is why optic chiasma is our natural binocular vision, or natural binocular. You can say that. Next, behind the infundibulum, there are two small rounded bodies called mammillary bodies, also called as corpus albicans, concerned with the smell. Clearer. The anterior choroid plexus secretes cerebrospinal fluid. Thalamus acts as a relay center, receives the impulses from different parts of the body and sends them to respective areas in the cerebral cortex. Then hypothalamus, thermoregulatory center, regulates the body temperature, blood pressure, heartbeat, sleep, sexuality, satisfaction, fear, thirst, hunger, etc. It also regulates the carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism, lipid metabolism, water metabolism, and nitrogen metabolism. Then also it secretes two hormones of neurohypophysis of the pituitary gland, that is called oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone, also called as vasopressin. Clear? Huh? As we discussed in the last class, neurohypophysis doesn't secrete any hormone, but it stores two hormones secreted by the hypothalamus. Okay, midbrain. Also called as mesencephaly. Since it is always present between the forebrain and hindbrain now, hence the name midbrain. It has the two lobes, two divisions, optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Optic lobes are the four small rounded elevations present on the dorsal side of the midbrain. Clear? Since these are the four small rounded elevations now, hence they are also called as corpora quadrigemina. The upper two lobes are called superior colliculi, concerned with the visual reflexes. Lower two lobes are called inferior colliculi, concerned with the auditory reflexes. Then several peduncles. These are the paired thick bands of medullated nerve fibers present on the ventral side of the midbrain. Just they connect cerebrum to the cerebellum. They connect cerebrum to the cerebellum. Clear? So with this we have completed the two divisions of the brain. That is forebrain and midbrain. Next we'll go for the hindbrain. Let us see the hindbrain. Yes. Next we'll go for the hindbrain. Hindbrain. Also called as rhombencephalon. Also called as rhombencephalon. 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 You know that hindbrain has the three divisions. One is the cerebellum. Next one is the pons varolii and medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. So these are the three divisions of the hindbrain. Dear students, you should remember. Already I told you, midbrain, pons varolii, medulla oblongata. These three parts together called brainstem. These three together called brainstem. Okay, let it be. Now let us come to the cerebellum. Let us come to the cerebellum. This is the second largest part of the brain. This is the second largest part of the brain. Present, present below the cerebrum and above the pons varolii, or you can say medulla oblongata. It consisting of two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. It consisting of two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. Okay, two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. So these are the two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. These two lateral cerebellar hemispheres now attached with one another by an elongated worm-like structure is called wormes. Elongated worm-like structure is called wormes. I think you are getting now. So, cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. It consisting of two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. It consisting of two lateral cerebellar hemispheres attached with one another by an elongated worm-like structure is called vermis. As usual, its outer layer is called cortex or gray matter. Outer layer is called cortex or gray matter containing neurons, and inner medulla, also called as white matter, containing medullated nerve fibers. Inner medulla or white matter containing medullated nerve fibers. Here also the gray matter is thrown into a number of folds or convolutions. Here also gray matter is thrown into a number of folds or convolutions. Number of folds or convolutions are called gyri, separated by fissures are called sulci. Or directly you can say the ridges of the gray matter are called gyri, separated by fissures are called sulci. Look at the board students. This point is very important. Here, the inner white matter appears like a highly branched tree. Inner white matter appears like a highly branched tree. Such kind of white matter is called arborvitae. Arborvitae. Here you should concentrate arborvitae and vermis. I think you are getting it. So these are the parts present in the cerebellum. So cerebellum is the second largest part of the brain. It consists of two lateral cerebellar hemispheres. These two lateral cerebellar hemispheres are attached with one another by an elongated worm-like structure is called vermis. Got it? Its outer layer is called cortex or gray matter containing neurons. Inner medulla white matter containing medullated nerve fibers. The ridges of the gray matter called gyri, separated by fissures are called sulci. Here, the inner white matter appears like a highly branched tree. Inner white matter appears like a highly branched tree. Is called arborvitae. Is called arborvitae. I think it is very clear for you. Yes, this much you should remember in the cerebellum. Next, let us come to the functions of the cerebellum. It has the two functions. Number one, it maintains the equilibrium and attitude of the body. It maintains the equilibrium and attitude of the body. When person drinks large amount of alcohol, the first affected part is the cerebellum only. That is why that person is going to lose the body balance. Got it? What I'm telling you. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ತುಂಬಾ ಡ್ರಿಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವರಿಂದ ಗಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರಂತ ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಿರುಗಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಗಾಡಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲೂಸ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿಸಿಲು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಂಗೆ ಮಲಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ, because they lose the body balance. So this is the first affected part when person drinks large amount of alcohol. That is why they are going to lose the body balance. So it controls equilibrium and attitude of the body. Number two, it coordinates the muscular movements in the body. It coordinates the muscular movements in the body. Nam body nalli muscle movement is also under the control of cerebellum only. So these are the two functions of the cerebellum. Number one, it maintains equilibrium and attitude of the body, and it coordinates the muscular movements of the body. I think this is clear for you. Got it? What I'm telling you? Yes. So take a small break. After that, we'll continue the other divisions of the hindbrain. Okay? Thank you.